If you're always pressing out your snatches or jerks, pay attention to your grip tension. An excessively tight grip on the bar will slow your lockout and will stop your elbow from extending completely, meaning it's more likely to rebend. And you can feel this easily with a quick punch dancing experiment. First, relax your hand as much as possible and punch into a fully locked out position as fast as possible. Then repeat that, but while squeezing your fist as tightly as you can. And if you find this confusing because you know that squeezing the bar tightly improves your pressing strength, remember, we're not pressing in a snatch or a jerk. We are punching violently, quickly, briefly into a fully locked out position before there's any resistance to press against. This one often seems confusing until it's explained and experienced. There's no pressing in the snatch or even in the jerk. In both cases, that pressing motion of the arms is done without the weight pushing back. The bar is either still rising from being accelerated upward with the legs and hips, or it's at its apex before it started to fall, meaning it's not pushing down against us. The arm push against the bar does put additional upward force on it, which helps it continue rising longer than it would otherwise. But mostly that push is moving the body down under the bar, meaning it's largely just adding to the pull of gravity. It's like pushing a car that's already rolling downhill. The only real resistance is in the jerk at the very start of the arm push, because that push is helping to stop the body's upward motion and start it moving down. But this is a brief moment and nothing like the kind of resistance you feel during a press. This lack of resistance is why we can get such a quick motion into lockout, unlike the slow process of pressing against a heavy weight that's pushing back against our effort. If you feel yourself pressing against resistance in a snatch or jerk, things have gone terribly wrong well before the lockout. For the snatch, this can be things like inadequate bar speed from a weak, short, or unaggressive pull, hesitating at the top of the pull, or pulling too long past reaching maximal bar speed, being out of balance forward, the bar being too far away during the pull under, or otherwise poor third pull mechanics, or a lack of aggression in the pull under. For the jerk, this can be inadequate bar acceleration from a weak, short, or unaggressive drive, excessively tight arms or an early push with the arms, hesitating between the drive and the punch with the arms, which lets the bar lose too much speed, or pushing the bar forward, either in the drive or with the arms. In the jerk, the punch into lockout is a longer motion because the entire movement under the bar is an arm push. In the snatch, it's a really brief motion at the end of the turnover as the hands flip back under the bar. Your hands can't just be completely relaxed. Obviously, you need to remain in control of the bar and have enough tension to maintain the desired hand and wrist position as the weight of the bar settles onto you overhead. You just need to keep that tension minimal into the lockout and then increase it as needed to hold the correct position and maintain control. And remember, a tight grip is only one of quite a few possible reasons for pressouts, but it's a good one to be aware of even if you're making other mistakes. Another point to keep in mind in the jerk is that a tight grip starting in the rack position can cause problems long before the overhead position. It'll tend to cause you to push early with the arms, meaning you're getting less of your leg drive force into the bar and therefore less acceleration, and makes it more likely you'll push the bar forward. It can also reduce the security of the bar in the rack, allowing it to move during the transition from dip to drive, creating or adding to the same problems of less force transfer and a forward bar path. So even if you're demonstrating other problems, very often relaxing your grip in the rack position can improve your lockout, and it'll help you avoid gripping too tightly later. And finally, remember that keeping your grip relaxed enough in the jerk rack position doesn't mean you need to use an open grip. You can still have a full grip around the bar without squeezing it too hard.